Okay, in this video we're going to practice the Jeffereys Method, aka the human curry comb with Lance. Our goal is to have him stand quietly and relaxed while we rub him, jump up and down beside him, and lie across his back and slide off of him. Lance is in what we call the teaching stage of this exercise. So to start, we stay up by his shoulder while we rub his entire body, do some jumping up and down on the stool, rub him alongside his back and shoulders. As you're rubbing, make sure you're on the lookout for any "oh no, don't touch me there" spots. If you do find one, it's okay, just go back to desensitizing using an approach and retreat method. Remember, up to this point, Lance has never felt any weight on his back. It's definitely a new feeling for him and a strange one for sure. Just be patient and continue to use the approach and retreat method if you notice your horse is moving, sort of like Lance did here. Horses do see separately out of both of their eyes, so it's important to rub Lance on the opposite side of his body so that we warn him we're coming. Some people say maybe doing this is a bit overkill, but I call it being safe. The more prepared you can be with the colt on the ground, the safer you both will be when it comes to riding. I'm not going to be too offended if he does move his step or two initially. He is trying to get his balance. I am just going to correct him, pull him forward, bring him back to that stool without any hesitation, and hop back on. This sometimes to people can be deceiving because it looks a bit dangerous, but when you analyze it, it's not really dangerous at all. You're not riding, you're just lying on him. If any point he would do something silly, you can slide off and land right on your feet. Here we go again, rubbing Lance all over. He's being a pretty good boy, and we're gonna prepare to get our legs over his back and cross our ankles over his bum. For this part and your safety, it's extremely important that when you get on, you keep your knees together. Remember, you don't want to ride the horse, you just want to get him used to you being up on his back and desensitized to your weight. You want him to realize it's a pleasant experience and nothing he needs to worry about. Each time we slide off the horse, we'll land a little further back towards their hindquarters. Eventually, we'll slide off their butts, but you have to prepare them for that. And here we go, round 2. This is a little bit better. Doesn't move his feet, we just rub them all over. At the end of the day, when you're doing this exercise, if your clothes aren't nice and dirty, then you haven't done it long enough or rubbed them enough. Okay, so we're just looking for any "oh no, don't touch me there" spots. If we find any, we're going to use the approach and retreat method to get him to accept rubbing and touching in any area, but this is obviously something we shouldn't do with a colt until we're pretty confident. Okay, we're going to head to the other side and just repeat all this exercises, the rubbing, the jumping up on him, and then eventually getting all of our weight on him. It's very important to do this entire exercise from the beginning on both sides. Whenever you change sides, you change brains. Remember, you're a human curry comb. As soon as we get on Lance's back, we immediately start rubbing him with both hands in big circular motions, one on each side. It's also important to quit before the horse does. If we think he's going to move his legs in 5 seconds, then we dismount in 4. Eventually, when we dismount, we're going to get closer and closer to his butt and his hindquarters. For today, however, we're just using the side of him. Just started getting him used to the idea of this exercise because it can be a little bit intimidating to some colts for the first time. One other thing I want to mention, just making sure there's nothing in your pockets when you go and do this so you can be successful with your horse, just like Lance today. We hope you liked our video. Find us on Facebook, Rabbit Mountain Horse Training. Feel free to share videos of your young horses or you performing the Jeffereys Method.